Okay, the next video is about some more thoughts about the future Google updates. I already mentioned that Panda is over and now we're into the Penguin sequence of updates. And unfortunately, the first Penguin really helped open up a Pandora box because the ease with which someone can now do damage to your ranking is a lot increased. It's a lot easier to make um, someone's website rank lower than it should after the last update, the first Penguin update. I'm sure that those things will be fixed and that the factors that are now possible to manipulate by negative SEO will be um, dampened down and will not be um, so easy to manipulate anymore. But right now, for this week, it is quite possible to make a website rank lower or even be kicked out of the index entirely. That's unfortunate, but it sometimes happens and it is a fact of life. So, what can you do? Um, let's say your website is not ranking where you want it to be. Maybe it's not even on first page. Maybe it's on first page, but in the 10th position, and you really want to get a larger share of the traffic by ranking in the first three positions. That's great. You can, of course, continue doing SEO to your website, but it is an ongoing task and it requires continuous investment. And I've been hearing people say they're completely disgusted and tired of SEO. I can understand the feeling. And after all, Google is um, only one traffic source. So first of all, you need to remember that Yahoo and Bing are two other search engines that account for more than 30% of the traffic that is coming from search engines. Out of the total traffic on the internet that could reach your website, about 30% is from search engines and about 70% from other websites. But this traffic is very, very important because it is very targeted, because the user is searching for a keyword for which your website is ranking. So this traffic is already interested in the content of your website, what they are expecting to see when they reach your website. They have told you by clicking on the link when your website is ranking for a specific keyword. So it is extremely easy to convert this traffic into a uh, repeat repeat visitor. Perhaps it is easy to get them to subscribe to your website, which will put your feed into their RSS reader. And it is um, also possible to monetize the website or get the user to sign up for your mailing list. And so Google is not the only website, only search engine. There are two big other ones, Yahoo plus Bing, totally supply about 30% of the search engine traffic. Google is about 60 to 65%, and there are a bunch of smaller search engines such as Ask and AOL and so on that um, provide um, less traffic. Google, Yahoo, and Bing are the three important ones, but they are not the only ones. You can, of course, get traffic from other websites such as forums, other blogs, um, uh, news sites, and so on and so forth. There's a whole plethora of websites that you can get traffic from. The biggest chunk of traffic nowadays on the internet is traffic from social sites. That includes Twitter, Facebook, um, Pinterest, a bunch of other social networks that are sending tons of traffic. The main downside of that traffic is that historically it's been much harder to monetize that traffic and convert the traffic to repeat visitors, subscribers, and email lists. But there are many good products out there on the Warrior Forum and on ClickBank that will explain to you the various techniques that you can use to um, convert social traffic to something much more valuable, either money or a subscriber. And of course, I already hinted at the third source of traffic, which is your own traffic. The traffic that you can generate by simply sending an email, or posting on your own weblog, or posting on your own fan page in um, Facebook, or posting on your own tweet stream in Twitter. Those sources of traffic are yours, and you should be building them at all times. In my opinion, it is completely unconscionable. It is completely unreasonable to not try and convert every last visitor to your website to a participant in your own traffic. You should have sign-up forms on your website. You should have an attempt to get them to subscribe to your Facebook page, to become your fan, or to follow your Twitter stream. And you should be making every effort to get them to spread your message by retweeting it, so-called, on Twitter, or liking it on Facebook, and so on. So you should be making a concerted effort to build your own traffic at all times, because you get only one chance at that visitor, and if you do not make them want to get your input and messages more often than this one time, then you've lost them. Especially if you're paying for the traffic, it is even more important, because you're paying, and if you only get that visitor back one time, then you only have one shot at selling them something. And there's lots of research that shows that in order to effectively sell someone on anything, pretty much anything, it doesn't matter what kind of product it is, then you have to have at least 7 so-called touch points, points at which you get your message to them. And the only way to achieve that is to get them to pay attention to some of your postings by subscribing to your stream of postings or stream of emails. Otherwise, they will not see that message. Perhaps they are not going to search again for that keyword in Google, or visit that page on which they found a random link to your website. Perhaps they will never come back, and that would be a shame, because it's a wasted user. So with that, that's the end of topic 3, and now we're going to move to some concluding remarks for part 1.